Good evening, students. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic, very important part of informatic practices. I am Amlesh Kumar, computer teacher of Tata Devi Public School. You all know from MySQL 25 marks question will come in CBC exam, CBC board exam 2021. So today I will discuss many things related to MySQL. First, I am going to show the marks distribution in IP subject. See here, this is the updated syllabus, revised syllabus. So I have already discussed from Python 25 marks question will come. Database query using SQL 25 marks question will come. Introduction to the computer network 10 marks will come. Then the point number 4 10 marks will come. So total in theory out of 20 25 marks from Python, 25 marks from MySQL or you can say SQL, 10 marks computer network and 10 marks you have associated impacts and 30 marks practical. So today I'm going to cover this topic 25 marks. Children, what actually I found just after checking the copies of mock test 2, because you people know mock test 2, I have given all the questions from MySQL part and you children could not perform well. So once again I'm going to discuss from the beginning of the SQL. So see what the topic I will discuss today. Before going to start, once again I'm telling you that 25 marks out of 20, 25 marks question will come from MySQL. And many times I told in the class that MySQL is the easiest part of this paper. In less effort, you will score good marks. So I'm going to start. See here, what is MySQL? You people know MySQL is a relational database management system based on SQL. SQL stands for a structured query language. The application is used for a wide range of purpose including data warehousing, e-commerce and logging applications. The most common use for MySQL however is for the purpose of web database. Yes, in short we can see it's a backend part where we can store data for the future use. Now see the next one. What is database? Database is organized collection of data stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. When a database is used to interact with and users applications to analysis and interpret data according to the requirement, it becomes, in short we can say database is a collection of organized data. In short, many times I discuss in the class, in short, if anybody will ask you that what is database, in short you can say database is collection of organized data. Now come to this organized data means what? Means if you are just keeping the data or storing data in proper way, that is called organized data. For example, in your study room you are just keeping your physics or accountancy book, accountancy copies, IP copies, IP books all together. Mixer one will be there? No. Books, accountancy books will be in separate way, IP book will be separate way, pencil, pen you people are keeping in the pen stand. So that is organized way. And what is the benefit of this? If you are just storing the data in organized way, what is the benefit of this? For retrieving the data, for fast retrieving of the data, because we know, you people know, we are storing data for the future use. We are storing data motto to store the data for the future use. And if you are retrieving the data in a future and taking too much time, so that is useless. So retrieving a data in a less time, less effort, that is the good thing. So that's why database is a collection of organized data. Now come to this DBMS, database management system. What is DBMS? Now see here, when in a database management system, number of databases are interrelated in the forms of relation database management system. In short, we can say database application. Yeah, database management system is an application software that provide a facility to perform some operations like insertion, deletion, modification, updation on the database. And when one or more than one databases are interrelated, so that database is called relational database management system. Now I'm going to move to the next part, main features of database management system. This is a theory part I have discussed many times, but before going to start the MySQL practical part, these things are required. Main features of database management system. What are the features? Removes the redundancy. Redundancy means what? Duplication of the value. Duplication of the value means if the same value is repeated, like in a name column, Rahul, there are three students whose name are same Rahul. So we can say in the name column there is a data redundancy. There is a data redundancy. So data redundancy, duplication of the data. Next one is controls inconsistency. Yes, inconsistency means mismatching of the data. For example, if there is a database of a student in with a class teacher in office and in a library, and suppose the student has changed the number and he informed to the class teacher, sir, I have changed my number, so kindly update it, and class teacher have updated his number in his record, but in a library file, library database in office, old number of that students is there. So same students, there is the same student and two different numbers have been reflected in two different tables. So that is a data consistency. That is a data consistency. Now, facilities sharing of a data. Yes, sharing of data is very easy. Ensure security, maintain integrity. Based on above discussion features, there are many DBMS like MySQL, then Sybase, Oracle, then Ingres, etc. But MySQL is most widely used. Now, what are the main features of database management system? What are the main features? So, look here everyone. What are the features? These things. Main features of database management system: removes data redundancy. It means remove the data duplication. Then controls inconsistency, I have discussed. Facilitates sharing of data. Yes, sharing of data nowadays it's a very important, and database management system provide these features to sharing data easily. For example, sharing database. You people know sharing of database now. You people know about DigiLocker. I think people have downloaded the 10th mark sheet. You can download. So from there you can share your mark sheet to anyone. It's an easy task. So when you are sharing the mark sheet to someone, means you are retrieving the your mark sheet from the database of DigiLocker and sharing to the destination which you want. Now ensure security. Yes, high security, you people know this thing. Maintain integrity. Yes, maintaining integrity is very important. So based on above discussion features, these are DBMS like MySQL, Sybase, Oracle, Ingres, etc. But MySQL is most widely used. Now why MySQL is widely used? It's a very important question. आप सभी के दिमाग में आ रहा होगा. So see, open source and free cost software, anyone can download easily and can use. Easily portable. Portable means what? Carrying the query from one devices to the another devices. Means portable means the things which can use from one system to the another system due to its connectivity and security. These four features are very important, and that's why MySQL is widely used. Number one, open source and free cost software, easily portable due to its connectivity and security. So now I'm moving the next part of this, and this one is a very important. See this one. Yes, terminology of RDBMS means what the terminology we are using RDBMS. Number one, relation table. What is relation and table? You people know it is a two-dimensional structure used to store data in the form of rows and columns. Tuple, a row of a table is called tuple, entity or record. Attribute, field, a column of a table is called attribute or field. Degree, number of columns in a table is called degree. Cardinality, number of records in the table is called cardinality. So once again I'm going to repeat. Relation or table means you can say the collection of rows and columns called table or relation. Collection of rows and columns called table or relation, but there is a little bit difference between table and relation. I have discussed in the class. When tables are linked to each other, then we cannot say tables are table. In that case, tables are called relation. Tuple and record. When record, when we are just keeping the just putting the data of keeping the record, means in table if we are keeping the data, that is called record, but there is a relation, and in that row, in relation, the row is not called record. In that case, row is called tuple. Attributes of field. Field means when we are talking about the columns name in table called field, and when you are talking about the column names in relation, that is called attributes. Degree, number of columns in a table is called degree. Now just for example, there is a table, a student, and there are 5 columns, so degree of that student table will be 5. Cardinality means number of records or number of tuple in that table or in that relation is called cardinality. Suppose if in a table of student 5 student details have been stored, so the cardinality of that table will be 5. Now come to this, try to understand via these pictures. Attributes, you can see here a student's number, name, last name, first name, then initial, date of birth, and CGPA. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, so degree of this table will be 6. Now attributes, see the column names called attributes, table name is students. Now tuple or record, number of record, see 1 2 3 4 5 6, so these are called tuples, or you can say record. And degree I have discussed, cardinality I have discussed, number of records. So once again listen carefully. Name of columns called fields or attribute, and records in a table called tuples, or we can say the records. Now move to the next slide. Concept of key is very important, because without concept of key we cannot do anything in a table, or we cannot do anything in relation or in a database. Now first, what is key? Columns which identifies a record is called key. There are following types of keys. Primary keys, a column or set of columns which uniquely identifies a record in a table is called primary key. Candidate key, a column or set of columns which can listen once again, a column or set of columns which can be used as a primary key called candidate key. Alternate key, a candidate key which are not primary key is called alternate key. Foreign key, primary key of one table is non-primary key of another table is called foreign key. This concept is used to interlink two or more tables. Now try to understand via these pictures. I have discussed a column like student ID and email, roll number. These 3 columns we can say candidate key, and just after declaring a student ID as a primary key, rest two candidate keys will not call the candidate keys after declaring the primary key. These two candidate key will be called alternate key. Now just try to understand this one. Foreign key, a student table, roll number I have declared here primary key, and foreign key is customer ID. And if this customer ID, course ID is foreign key here, so see course ID is primary key here, course name, duration. So this course ID for this table, course table, is here primary key, but in the table student, this course ID is called foreign key, because with this column we are interrelate two tables, students and course. So now I'm going to move the next part of this. Now try to understand types of MySQL commands. The first one is called data definition language, and this is also called DDL command. Create, drop, alter, these are the commands comes under data definition language. Then the second one is data manipulation language command. Select, update, insert, delete, these are comes under data manipulation language command. Transaction control language command. Commit, rollback, save point, being transaction, set transaction, these are TCL command. Then the last one, data control, that is called data DCL, grant, revoke, these are the examples of DCL. Try to understand once again. Types of MySQL command: DDL, create, drop, alter, these are the examples of DDL command. Next one, data manipulation language command, select, update, insert, delete. Then the third one, TCL command, transaction control language command. Commit, rollback, save point, being transaction, set transaction. Then the last one, DCL, data control language command, and two commands are here, grant and revoke. Now come to the next part. Now students, we are going to learn about the query and how we can fire the query on the database. See, what is query? A query is a request for a data or information from a database table or combination of tables. In other, retrieving data or information from a single or multiple tables according to the requirement. Select clause is used to handle a query. Yes, when we are going to fire the query, so with the help of select a statement, we can fire the query. And here it is written, a query is a request. Yes, request for what? Just retrieving the data from the tables or data from the database. So now moving to the next slide. Query handling using select command. So I have already used this select command, retrieving all columns of a table, select star from a student, that I have shown to you people. Once again I'm going to showing you. SELECT select star from students, so it will show all the records from table of students. Now moving to this part. Retrieving a single column is, if we don't want to retrieve all the details from the table, I want to retrieve only single column. For that, what should we do? Simply you can use select name of the column. Suppose name you want to access from students and place enter. So only name will be there. Now moving to the next slide. Query handling using select command, retrieving a multiple columns but not all. Yes, if you want to access one or two column, not all. They see here how many columns are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So degree of this table 5. If you want to access all the details, so for that we have to write query select a star from students. But if you want to access a single column, so for that select name and from the student. But if you want to access more than one column but not all, for that what should we do? Suppose if you want to access name, the second column you want to access roll number, and the third one we want to access fee. These must, so 3 columns I'm going to use. As a press enter, 3 columns will be listed here. Moving to the next part, eliminating the duplicates values. Yes, how can we eliminate the duplicates value? Because this is a very important features of MySQL. So duplicate value, how can we remove? So here see, in name column duplicate value is here, so I want to remove duplicate value. So simply write name from students C. So repeated value is here. Yes, Anil it's showing. So here it's not showing. How it's not removing the select distinct marks? Means I have written the wrong one. How should we use this one? First distinct keyword and then the name of the column. Name and C. It's showing unknown column distinct. See the spelling distinct. The spelling mistake is here. So once again I'm going to see the spelling. The spelling is DIS, distinct, DISTINCT, distinct name. Now it's executing. See here, अनिल बट हियर ऑल अनिल्स जो जितने भी रिपीटेड थे वो हट गया, केवल एक ही अनिल दिख रहा है. तो हाउ कैन वी रिमूव द डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज? बाय यूजिंग द डिस्टिंक्ट कीवर्ड. नाउ मूविंग द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Some operators, how can we use some operators? Plus, minus, into, divide, mod, division, all these things I'm going to show you. And then the next one. So see, operators, how can we use? We can use like SELECT, select. Suppose if you want to use 2 plus 3, it will return 5. Same way, 5 mod division 3, it will show. Then same way, select 3 into 3 divided by 2, to return the value like this. So all arithmetic operators we can use, and we can use this MySQL as calculating the numeric values. Now how can we use these values with tables? So I'm going to show the first table. If we want to add the marks, so how can we add the marks? So see, select marks plus 20 from a student. So now see, जितने भी स्टूडेंट का मार्क्स यहाँ दिख रहा है आप ऊपर देखेंगे 510, 410, सब में 20 ऐड हो जाएगा. देखिए 530 शो कर रहा है. तो these basic calculation you can do. So according to this slide, all these things we can perform. Next one, you will see every time calculation is done on the original marks which you have entered using insert command, the result of last will be shown in the data of column marks 1, but name as marks option with name of displaying the column marks 1. तो दिस वन सिंपल बेसिक था. अब इसमें जो है हम लोग if you want to update the values, if you want to delete the values, so how can we? I'm going to first updating the value. Suppose I want to change the address of Ankit. Right now the address of Ankit is Bara number, so I'm going to change this one. So for that we have a command, update command, up update which table, a student. कहाँ अपडेट करना चाहते हैं? स्टूडेंट्स, अपडेट स्टूडेंट्स. देन व्हाट वैल्यू वी वांट टू सेट एड्रेस. एड्रेस को चेंज करना चाहते हैं. एड्रेस क्या करना चाहते हैं? एड्रेस हम करना चाहते हैं पटना, PATNA पटना. लेकिन यहाँ पर आपको कंडीशन डालना पड़ेगा किसका? तो वेयर नेम, आई थिंक अंकित था, नेम इक्वल टू अंकित. अब देखिए जो अंकित था उसका वार्ड नंबर एड्रेस था. आई थिंक अंकित नाम का कोई बच्चा नहीं है शायद, आप एक बार देख लेते हैं. अंकित ANKIT अंकित है. देखिए तो अंकित है, एड्रेस इसका वार्ड नंबर करना चाहते हैं ANKIT अंकित. किस टेबल में अंकित है? स्टूडेंट्स टेबल में है. अपडेट स्टूडेंट्स और सेट, यहाँ थोड़ा मिस्टेक हो गया. अपडेट स्टूडेंट्स सेट एड्रेस इक्वल टू पटना एंड वेयर नेम इक्वल टू अंकित. देखिए अंकित का जो, अब इसको जो रन करेंगे फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स, तो अंकित का एड्रेस पटना हो गया. तो इस तरह से हम लोग अपडेट कमांड का भी यूज करते हैं. उसी प्रकार से यदि किसी का डेटा हटाना चाहते हैं आप, तो उसके लिए हमारे पास जो है डिलीट कमांड है, DELETE, डिलीट फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स वेयर ऑल इक्वल टू 1. देखिए रोल नंबर 1 जिसका है अभी अंकित का, तो डेटा हट जाएगा. देखिए यहाँ रोल नंबर अंकित का डेटा खत्म हो गया. तो सच वी कैन डिलीट द डेटा फ्रॉम दिस one. There is a command drop command. So first I'm going to see the tables. So yes, types of command I have discussed. Once again I'm going to repeat this same types of MySQL command, DDL. Examples of this: create, drop, alter. Second one, data manipulation language command. Example: select, update, insert, delete. Third one, TCL, commit, rollback, set point, bin, transaction, set transaction. And the last one, data control language. Example: grant and revoke. Now moving to the next slide. DDL command. What are DDL commands? DDL commands changes the structure of the table, like creating a table, deleting a table, altering a table, etc. Remember, with the help of DDL command, always we can change the structure of a table. Example: creating a table, deleting a table, altering a table. All the commands of DDL are auto committed. That means it permanently saved all the changes in the database. This is a very important point. Auto committed means whatever the command comes under DDL always reflect permanently changes in the database. Moving to the next slide. DML command, data manipulation language command. As name suggests, whatever the data available in the table, we can manipulate them. The SQL commands that deals with the manipulation of data present in the database belong to DML or data manipulation language command, and this includes most of SQL statement. Now moving to the next slide. Transaction control language command. TCL commands deal with the transaction within the database. Transaction is sequential group of database manipulation operations which are performed one by one as a group. So this TCL command in this here is not in the syllabus, so I'm not going to discuss more about this. The next one is data control language command, DCL command. In higher classes we will learn DCL command such as a grant and revoke, which mainly deal with the rights, permissions and other control of the database. These commands actually used by DBA, database administrator द्वारा यूज होता है. Now moving to the next part of this. See how we can open a MySQL. That I will show practically how we can write the command, like creating a database. How can we create a database? So I'm going to show by a practical. See here I have opened MySQL. So how can we see the number of databases? So for this we have a command, so databases, and this terms and sign. When we press enter, then see these databases I have created. Now if you want to create your own database, so how can we create? For that we can use create database, and here you can write the name of the database. Suppose you can write 12A and press enter. See here this database has been created, and how we can see if this database is created or not. See here 12A, there is no database with the name 12A. I have created here create database 12A. Now how can we see? So for that, once again you can use this so databases and press enter. Now here you can see 12A, yes, 12A is here. Now how can we select the database? So for that we have a command use, and name of the database is 12A. Now database has been changed. Now if you want to see the number of tables in this database, so I have not created any tables in this database, so same query, so tables, and when you press enter it will show empty because there is no database. Now if you want to see, sir, please show me the tables in the database. So I'm going to change the database and I'm going to write here 12B database. So now here I think 2-3 tables will be here, so tables, and now see 3 tables have been created in this database. So right now I have discussed how can we create a database. For creating a new database we can use create database and the name of the database, and how we can see the database is created or not. For that we have a command show databases, and when you execute this query show database, then complete databases will be listed here. Now the database which you have created, you want to select that one. For that we have to use command use and then 12A. So here the message is here database change. Now if we want to see the number of tables in this database, so we can use show tables. So tables will list the number of tables in that database. So database I have created 12A, and in 12A there is no table, so it will show empty set. But here I have changed the database, use 12B. Now right now we have selected 12B databases, and when you are executing show tables, so all the tables, there are 3 tables, students, ticket details, and 12B tables are here. So 3 tables are listed here. Now moving to the next part of this MySQL, I think we are in this. Yes, create database I have discussed, use I have discussed, drop database. Yes, now it's a very important drop database. If you want to remove a database, so you can use drop drop and 12A if you want to remove. So there is a problem, I think drop 12A. I think we need to select that one. It's showing. So use 12A, and now drop 12A. I think there is a problem. I think 12A name of the table database is 12A. Now see here. drop database, actually name is missing because drop is a DDL command, so we have to use here what, drop database and then 12a. Now see here, it is removed from here. Now see, so data basis, now 12a देखिए यहाँ से हट गया. Now moving to the next query, drop database. So database I have discussed. Select database, how we can select the database. So see, create database I have discussed. Now moving to the next one, commands related to the table. What are the commands use? I have discussed. Create table. Now yes, creating a table is a very, very important part. Drop table, sort tables, these things are very, very important. So now first I'm going to create the table. For that I'm going to use, first I'm going to select the database, use 12b, and here create table, and suppose if I want to create EMP. Now press enter and use the small bracket. Then what are the columns you want to choose? So I want name, and data type you have to write here varchar. Size I'm going to give 20, and constant I want to apply. Suppose I want not null, so here we can use, then comma we can use. Now the next column EID I want to use, EID char. Size I'm going to write 3, and EID I want to make primary key, and next address, and it will be varchar 30. 1 2 3 columns only I want. Then see here, in last column we cannot use the comma, and just comma we are using here for separating the columns. Once again, just try to understand. Create table EMP, a small bracket, name, data type, and this is a constant, EID char, primary key, and then this termination sign is required. Now see, this table has been created, and when we write here show tables, so this table will be listed. So now here all the tables are listed here. Right now I have created table EMP, so see, in this list EMP is here. Now how can we see the structure of the table? Table I have created, it's showing in the database in table list, but I want to see the structure of the table. So for this there is a command DSC, describe is the short form of describe. I write the table name EMP and press enter. Now see the structure of the table. I have declared 3 columns, name, EID and address. Fields are here, types varchar, char, and null value. Because name column I have declared not null constant, so null value will be not there. Null value means what? The empty value. EID is the primary key is here, address is yes, so it's showing that. And such a way you can see the structure of any table in your database. Now if you want to see the structure of table, students, STUDE and TS, students, press enter, then see the structure of this table. Now we have learned how we can create a table. Remember in standard 11 will have seen table create करने के लिए 2 नंबर क्वेश्चन आता है. In standard 12 2 marks question definitely will come. Now I'm going to show the questions, and then we will create a table once again. So see here, I'm going to open any sample paper. Sample paper, look which should I open. Anyone we can open. IP, I think IP sample paper. Yes, first 11 I'm going to, so because in a standard 11 and 12 this is a fixed one, 2 marks question will come. So it's opening, I think. Yes, this is a sample paper of a standard 11. So directly I'm moving to the MySQL part, and here you can see 2 marks question. I think this is a marking scheme, I think, sample paper IP. Create a table of students report card. I think this is a sample marking scheme. I'm moving to the question part. Yes, see here, question 2 marks. Write SQL command to create a table, a student's report card based on the data given below. So how can we create this table? So I'm going to create once again this table of students report card. So see, here the column name, unit test, student name, percentage, remarks. So these are the columns and these are the data. So I'm going to create this table once again. Create table. See, the name of this table is a student's report card. STUDENT, student underscore RE report underscore CARD card. Then press enter and then a small bracket. See the first column. First column is unit test. So right there, unit underscore test unit test. Data type is not given. So see, according data you have to write. So I am going to take the int, and here I am going to write 2. It's a size. No constant is given, so comma we should use. And the next column, moving to the next column, stu underscore name, where can we should use here. Size is 20. Moving to the next column. Next column is percentage. So enter, and percentage is showing data in. We can take an integer, no problem. int 3. Next column is remarks. So comma is required. Then next column remar. Yes, remarks, varchar, and size, because data type is not given, so simply we can create a table. And this is last column, so here we cannot use the comma. Directly we use a small bracket, closing of small bracket, and then this terms is signed. Now this table has been created. Now how can we see this table has been created? So simply we use show tables, and see a student's report card. A student report card is here. It's listing here. Now remember, right now we are in database 12b. So when we are using show tables, so all the tables in database 12b will be listed here. Now if you want to see the structure of the table, DESC, and then right there, student underscore report underscore CARD card. Now see the structure of this table. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert the value of these. The first record, see, first record is 1, Mohan 99 and outstanding. So I want to insert this record in the table student report card. So how can we insert a new record in a table? So for that we have a command, insert into, table name is student underscore report underscore card, then values, and see the first one is unit test. So number we cannot write in double quote, so this is unit test 1. What unit test is 1? Yes, unit test 1. Now next one is student name, and it is in varchar, so we write the name in double quotes. So name was Mohan. Next one is percent is an integer and percent is given 99, so 99 is integer, so simply we write here 99. And the marks is, I think outstanding is there. Yes, outstanding there, outstanding. And then simply close the small bracket and see. I think there is a mistake. I think insert into a student report card, it's showing you have an error in your SQL syntax. The manual, I think there is some problem. I think, what is the problem? Oh, set here there is a mistake. Insert into O is missing, so once again I'm going to write this one, back to this one, insert into, and then place this one. Yes, now see this value, this record has been recorded. So how can we see this one? So for that we have a command as c to select star from student underscore report underscore card. So see, one record is here. In such a way we can store number 2, number 3. So number 2 is unit test 2 and Alia, so I'm going to set this one. So for that we have a command insert into, then values unit test 2 I think, and name was I think Arya, I think, see, name was Alia, percentage I think 65, and remark is can do better. So I'm going to write can do better, and see here. And when you execute this query, select a star from students, it means what all the records of this table will be listed here. So I have inserted 2. Once we need to see the time, because I'm using a Bandicam free version, so maximum limit is 10 minutes. So okay,